No, it's not the most beautiful day outside. It is a beautiful day to be off-grid. So as you may have seen in another one of my videos, things have changed up here a bit over the summer. Like we have this red truck now, instead of the old blue Ford that we used to have. That it was neat because it was an old Ford, but it was kind of useless because it didn't move. This one runs and drives. We now have this lawn tractor for off-grid. All I had to do was fix the carburetor. It's been sitting for a long time, but it seems to work okay. The seat also needs to be replaced, but I have something to fix that. And I have to do a little welding on the mower deck, but that's okay. It works. That's all that counts. Here we have two pieces of decking that I got from a deck that I tore off a trailer last summer. And we just realized that it'll work perfect for the front of my dad's house as a deck in a little walkway area. So that's what these are going to get used for, or at least one of them is. Well, the garden did fairly well this year. There's still some squash and other things going, but most of it is finished for the year. A lot of tomatoes and cucumbers and such. Unfortunately, the deer really like to eat the tomatoes and the peppers. They really decimated them, but that's kind of to be expected around here. Luckily, though, we haven't had anybody eating the squash or zucchini or whatever the heck these are. Here we have the door shed, which is kind of self-explanatory. It's a shed built out of doors, and when we got that red truck, it had this cap on it. We didn't need the cap on there, so I took the cap and threw it on these doors and made a little shed. It's nothing spectacular, nothing special at all. It's actually barely even watertight. You can see this big gap there. There's no window in that door. This needs to be slightly modified, but it's a lot better than nothing. And it's a good use for all these doors and a somewhat dry place to keep some stuff. Here we have this year's wood and a silly puppy. Hi, silly puppy. But 2 cords of mixed hardwood. It should get us through the year. Usually gets us through the winters. And there's also softwood here that we have piled up just mostly from dead wood around the property when trees fall down or they're in our way. We cut them down and we pile them up, and then we have extra wood to burn. You might notice a little something different about the house. We actually finally got around to painting it this summer. We haven't got it done yet. The far side over here isn't painted yet. The grapes were still growing, and some other things growing in the little side garden, so we didn't want to risk killing them or harming them, so we just painted the rest of the house. But wow, what a difference. If you saw other videos, it really needed paint, to say the least. Over here is our fire pit area. I'm pretty sure I've shown this a few times before, but I'm going to show it again. Just a little rock fireplace we built here, and some rock wall. Step down and show you. A bunch of flagstones, rocks. But yeah, there's this is a little fire pit, and then rock wall along the side here, flagstones along the bottom. These wooden things here and here, we're going to put some legs on them and make some better seating arrangements down here at some point. So this summer we actually finally smoothed out this section of lawn. This is right in front of my camp shack, as Maximus. Oh, she's got a boo-boo. But there used to be a big pile right here of dirt, old forest floor heap from when my camp area was leveled. Anyways, I pushed that over with the tractor last year, and it was really rough up there and down over here. You couldn't get a mower over it or anything. Anyways, I finished leveling it out with the tractor and scraping it out, and now this year you can actually mow it. We have been mowing it, and it's growing like crazy. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that, guys? What the fuck? Some kind of fungus? What the hell is that? It's hard. It's really hard. It's like a mushroom or something. Get away from that, bub. Weird. I've never seen nothing like that before in my life. I don't know what that is. Fucking alien shit or something. Oh, poor old Chacus Maximus needs some work. I really need to get off my ass and get this place fixed up. I need to replace this paneling down here bad. As well as I got to get some more support work done. You can see that support's jacked sideways, and it's not on the supports. It never was proper, and I actually figured out a way I'm going to fix that. But it's a lot of time. Well, it's a lot of money. Really, is the big thing. I got to spend probably $400 or $500 in materials altogether. Well, maybe only about $300, but still, and have the time to put them in. And well, I'm hoping maybe I'll get that done by the winter time. Hopefully, but we'll see. And this, of course, is my free buggy. I showed you guys in another video. I got my other buggy up here too, the 2 trackers. This is the donor one for mine that I have at home that I'm putting the engine in. I got to get the engine out of this one. And it was not running well when I started it. It sounded good, like it wasn't knocking or anything bad like that, but it didn't run well. Like it was kind of sputtering and whatnot. Well, I figured out why. If I can get the hood open. There. This is why. It's all torn open. So, of course, the MAF isn't doing anything. But, it did fire right up when I had the gas lines hooked up and everything, and it drove over here from over there. So it will work. It's just going to take a little work taking that out and putting it in the other one. So this was a strange issue we had happen a couple weeks ago. We figure it must have been a porcupine climbed up this birch tree here, which was quite healthy and doing quite well, was looking quite nicely, and went up and totally ravaged the thing. You can see there's all kinds of branches chewed off and broken off, and I actually cleaned it up. I pulled a lot of the dead stuff out and threw it out on the ground there. But this isn't the only tree. If you look at this tree, you can see there's other broken branches on this one too. The damn porcupines get everywhere here. Oh, my tractor, oh, my tractor, oh, my tractor, will it start? It probably won't, but I'm gonna try, 'cause I know you guys probably will like that. I really gotta finish painting it too. You can tell. It looks a lot different there than up there. Definitely needs some more paint. I'm actually kind of impressed how the paint is holding up on this, to be honest. Considering all I did was brush paint it, and I didn't prep it or anything. It is starting to break down a bit, I guess, but you know what? Good enough for me. I'm telling you right now, if you don't have one of these and you do a lot of boosting, screw jumper cables. These things are the cat's ass. They're a little pricey, but they work. And they'll do what they'll say they can do. They can start up to a 7.3 liter diesel cube van. They actually say they only go to a 6 liter diesel, but I've started more than one cube van with one of these. Do you like my custom tractor seat? I think it's off some kind of motorbike. Okay, fuel on, check. Fuel's in the filter, check. Battery connected, check. Booster pack connected awkwardly, so it'll probably fall off when I start it, check. I think I'm ready. Alright, make sure she's in park. She's in park up all the way. She's in neutral over there. Don't want to run myself over. There we go, there's the full throttle right now. The key is in the off position now. The choke over here is now all the way out. Let's see what happens. Nothing. What do you mean nothing? Oh. Nothing. There we go. We have connection issues. I can hear it. I can hear sparking. It's probably the goddamn positive terminal. It always is. Okay, hold on a sec, guys. Here we go again. Not even a kick. Wow. I don't think this is going to go so well, guys. I don't think we're going to get a start out of her today. I need a better battery. And my booster pack's half dead. Oh, yeah, I think it is dead actually. It shut itself off. Usually doesn't do that, so it must be pretty much dead. Yeah, that's not going to work. It was worth a shot though. Well, how about this thing? Will this thing go? Well, today we learned a very valuable lesson. When you plan on using your Genius Boost HD to maybe start, you know, your tractor or your truck, it's a really good idea to charge the damn thing first, because it doesn't work so good when the battery's dead. Don't! Ever wonder what to do with them old solar lights that don't work anymore? Tear them apart. They're really easy to fix usually. A lot of the time your battery's loose or something silly like that. These have some funky batteries, lithium ion, and sometimes they don't work, in which case you can save the panels and use the panels for other things, or take the panels and put them on other solar lights that the panels have burned out on. That's what my father did with this one here. You can see he retrofit that panel on and made that one work again. And this one works again, that one works again, that one works again, that one works again, and there's probably about a dozen more around the property. And these ones are in various stages of him playing around with them. Actually, that one there, that rock butterfly, it used to be a butterfly. Not much of one anymore, but that one also works, and I think the one in the center works. And a little trick to clean these panels up is clear coat. Clear coat cleans those panels up like you wouldn't believe. Just a little shot of clear coat on top, shines them right back up. If they get all faded, just a little clear coat is all you need. Brings the panels back so they actually produce again. But if nothing else, it's a good source for cheap little solar panels and rechargeable batteries. So when you see them in the garbage, grab them up, because you can always use some parts out of them and throw out the rest. So we already have a good dent in the woodshed. We filled this right up so it's completely full, but it's getting close to half full already, which is amazing. That, mind you, there was a lot of wood left over from last year, so we'll see how much we get packed in here this year. But it's good to see lots of wood in the woodshed, especially this early, because it's not even fall technically yet. And here we have the side of the house that isn't done. You can see it's not painted at all, unlike the other sides here. But the lettuce here actually did fairly well. The rabbits munched this off a couple times this year, but it seems to have come back. But that's one of the reasons we couldn't do this side, because we don't want to be painting over this and then get paint on food we might eat, as well as the grapes. Not the best year for them. Got a few grapes though. See some there. This is actually, I had to save a little birdie. Got caught up in the net here a little while ago. I think I mentioned it in one of my videos. But it was a little sparrow or something. Got stuck up here and he was all caught up in the net and tangled up. This here is a Mr. Beams light. I'll tell you, these little lights are pretty awesome. They're like 30 bucks, but the girlfriend got me one. I got it at home, and it's on its original set of batteries, and it's almost been running for a year straight. And I can't say I have a single issue with them. Alright, well there you go. It's been a quick off-grid tour, what we've been up to in the last little while. I guess another update, as it were, as that's what I tend to give you guys usually. Let me know if you like this different format, you know, the quick little clips. It's a little better or easier for me to edit, and you know, I don't ramble on as much. So I don't know, I think it might be a good way to try to do some videos, but you know, as always, I love to hear your feedback. And if you liked it, of course, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, well, of course, do that if you want to. And you know, DajjaD always likes to get some support there. But and of course, comments, questions, concerns, you know where they go. But just another off-grid video. You can expect more of them here in the future. One of these days I'll actually get my old man on camera and get him to talk about his off-grid system and how he lives off-grid and everything. But hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, this is DajjaD saying something. I don't know what, but I'm saying something.